To get premium trading and investing tips, support on Patreon. How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another Market Watch video. Today I'm coming back with another recap from the stream. I'm streaming every day from Monday to Friday at 5:30 p.m. UK time. So if you have time, make sure to join. We're gonna look at some patterns that I talk about here more in depth. So if you also have any questions, make sure to drop them down in the comments or just come on my stream. Also, guys, we'd really appreciate a like under this video if you like my videos, because it helps to get the algorithm going on YouTube and shows my videos to more people. So that's highly appreciated, and I thank you for every single one of it. Okay, guys, if we go into right now, I made like roughly 100k in maybe 3 hours today with a sick method that we're doing. Basically on the higher end, higher end cards, like cards around 10k. So if you have time, make sure to continue sniping, find trading methods, and just keep coins turning around, because there's a lot of possibilities that you can do, and we're gonna go through some of the investments that you guys can put in. Now, firstly, I have opened up the icons, and this is my advice. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of the part of coins that I will generate into the icons that go up to 350k of value. Now, what I'm gonna do that is because I will play with these icons up until they go up in value after November, when actually EA releases the icon SBCs and brings these cards up in value. So until they do that, I will be able to actually play with them, have a better team, and actually use half decent players, because probably they're not the best if they go up to 350k value, but they should be going higher in value than in FIFA 19. In FIFA 19, when the icon SBC dropped, they went up to 450k of values, even the cheapest ones that right now go for 200k of value. But I still suggest you go with the ones that you would use in your team, because this would be more valuable to yourself, so you can maybe play with them. I was looking to get someone maybe like Veron or someone like Larson that I loved last year, and I could play with him, and then when the time comes when I won't be needing him anymore and he goes up because of the icons SBC, I will sell him. Also, keep in mind, this year the prices could be way higher, just because the icon SBCs, not because the icon SBCs, but because the market overall has more coins with more rewards coming onto the market, and a lot of people also still need to influx the overall state of the market. Even though if some cards seem very high, they should be going higher as more people open FIFA points with the early release and the standard edition release and bring the coins into this market. Now, a lot of you on stream asked me about the team of the week, and we talked about the discard informs, which I think they wouldn't be the best investment right now, because you would need a long time for them to go up. Now, the first thing that could bring them up is potentially the player of the month. I don't know if I have it open, because I was looking here at the newly 4 wants to watch is announced, which we will cover later. But the player of the month, I have shared it on my profile, and is actually a nomination where it will be partly also fan voted, so it could influence that either, in my opinion, Mane or Vardy will win it. Maybe it will be also Calvert-Lewin. Someone of these guys will actually get the player of the month, and the fodder value card will actually go up. Now, for those who don't know, the fodder values are the cheapest valued cards for their specific positions. And of course, they should require also the team of the weeks. At least thus far, they always require. Now, if it will be a card that wins a player of the month that is not that much in demand, if it will be someone like a Silver, Bamford, or Lamptey, they shouldn't bring up these team of the weeks up in value as much. And even if they will require team of the week cards, unless it's Mane, I can't see, for example, Bowen reach a higher price than maybe 13-14k in the hype, as the patterns in the previous years were like this. So I do predict the first hyped patterns will be pretty similar. Of course, if Bowen will be needed as a requirement in the SBC, he could get higher. Now, a higher rated fodder inform would be potentially better if you would went with Benitez, but since more and more team of the weeks will drop, there's always that chance that you should wait for a longer period of time before they rise. They will definitely rise when the icon SBC is out, but that's still a long time in November. If you want to wait till November, of course, but there are better investments, better move to make right now. So I still suggest you guys keep turning coins around with sniping, trading, and basically while you accumulate a specific amount of coins, put that specific amount in some of the cards, either team of the weeks, either wants to watches, gold wants to watch cards that are gonna get a wants to watch card, but they're actually a gold card, and will go out of packs and they will rise in value. From these team of the weeks, I basically love Lozano because there's quite less competition on Serie A. At 60k, he still seems quite a good value if you have coins to invest in. I also think Fati could do well from here. Fernandez will definitely go a bit higher. Ben Yedder is one of those meta players that I can still see him rise more than he is right now. Gomez potentially will rise even more. Same with Upamecano. Suarez, there's a problem with him because he's more of a fodder player. Of course, he will go up potentially, but I don't think he will reach the returns of investments that you are expecting on other cards. Now, Vardy, if he gets into the player of the month, maybe he will get hyped up. Into Wednesday, he could get hyped up if people think, Vardy could go in player of the month next Friday, could be announced, so maybe he would be required in player of the month, even though I do think there's no chance Vardy will get as a requirement in a player of the month, even if he wins. Some people might think that, some people might buy him and bring him up a bit in value, so if you're calculating that, maybe Vardy could be a short investment to make some coins. Now, I'm having open here Eder Militao and Ake just because these guys, if you snipe them at the discard, at the values that they are right now, they're not on the market because they haven't bought every single one. Ake is right now out of the market. You need to snipe them either Militao at 15k or Ake at 14k. So basically, if you snipe them, looking at the patterns at the price of the Xbox, there's quite a high chance that you will be making some coins when EA ups that price range. Yesterday, they already upped the price range of Klosterman, so we could see maybe Militao or Ake being upped as well if you want to snipe any cards, and then quickly sell them as soon as they rise the price range. That could be good. Also on stream, we talked about the middle and low end cards, gold cards, and the high end cards. We differ them. Why? Because the middle and the low end after October 6th, when the early release of the game is going to be out, there's going to come a supply with people opening packs with FIFA points. When that supply comes, most of the cards that are mid and low end will drop in value. That's the breaking point where we predict that most cards will go down. The high-end cards will actually go up because the demand will come on the higher-end cards. They're going to be rare, also much more harder to pack. And when people open those packs, generate coins, they'll start and go for those higher-end cards, bring in the demand and making them surge in values. And of course, the cards that they won't have no use, they will just keep them listing on and they will cut in value. Alan just got announced, as I was showing here on the deadline day video that EA has just made. He got announced, and this is gonna be potentially the first wants to watch team. So basically, Alan at this price point could be still good. I do feel like when he goes out of packs, he should be going up in value. We were looking at the last year's wants to watch patterns as well, the gold cards actually who went out of packs, and as it seems that Sunday after the first weekend league is when these cards were best sold. So during the wants to watch release, Sunday when the first weekend league was out, they were best sold, but because they were out of packs. Now, with the game being released on October 6th and also the ones to watch is coming in packs at that time, and since they will not be in packs during the October 16th when is we actually expect the first weekend league, there is a different pattern, and I do think you will need to sell them right before the weekend league starts, the first weekend league, as they should be higher in value than, in my opinion. Same goes for Gareth Bale, as he's gonna get the ones to watch card. He's gonna go out of packs. Now, I put here Sad Maximan for a reason. He's low rated, he's very hyped, and he's actually probably very good in game. But I don't think after October 6th this card will hold the value, just because the supply will come. And there's going to be other different alternatives coming in. So he's not in that bucket of those top cards, in my opinion, that should hold or bring up value, rather than just slightly start dropping into the weeks that come. Someone like Ferland Mendy, because he links to the Real Madrid cards, he's French, and he's one of the most hyped up left backs in this game. I do think he will be going up rather than going down from this specific price point, so I would put him in the category of the higher end cards. Now, to assess why I'm looking at some specific cards that are higher end, I always look at the rating. If it's a bit higher, I would put that card, if it's a bit higher, if it has demand, if it has good links, I would put that card way higher on the list, that it could basically still hold value after October 6th and go up. So basically the cards that are more in demand, I will keep them before the first weekend league and sell them then. Of course, cards like Mandy with more demand and all of that. The cards that are very much lower rated, but you still think they have demand because they're very high in value, I do think because of such supply, they will start breaking down slowly after October 6th. So if you're looking to sell them, you have still 3 days of time. They should be up and down, probably rising slightly into the Tuesday, and then after that, after the release, they should be going down. So yeah, basically guys, we covered much about what to do in the next few days. Make sure to keep trading, make sure to keep sniping, make sure to keep generating those coins. I will be back on Monday. I'll be back on stream. If you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments or just swing by my stream. Hope this was informative and hope it helps you out with trading. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on Monday. Cheers.